and find something to do that gives you money. You know what is ready to partner with you. You can do something. You have what it takes, 15 ideas embedded in your talent. That thing just say follow of anything that gives you money. It's called a financial vehicle. What does it called? A financial vehicle. So a lot of people choose different things to give them money. Some people say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a carpenter, I want to be a tailor, I want to be a marketer, I want to be an engineer. Whatever you choose that gives you money, just know that that choice is yours. So that you have make a vehicle, in case you don't know, that is a vehicle that gives you money, and that vehicle have a strong relationship with you. And that relationship is called a transactional relationship. What that is called? Transactional relationship. It's a relationship of transaction. What it simply means that anybody there can survive, cannot survive. So right now, anybody you want to survive, you want to earn a living, you don't need to disturb God every day for surviving, because your hands, you have legs, you can do those things that will help you survive. Surviving means that there are three basic needs of life you can comfortably meet. That means there's a food on your table, clothes on your back, and a roof over your head. So if you can achieve those three things, the next thing is to start making impact and significance. And then is to move with, connect with people that are moving in your direction of interest in life. We call them mastermind mentors. They know mastermind mentors. Anybody go that we should mentor, you should have some level of experience, some level of systems and structure, because there's no secret to success. There's only a system to success, and without structure, there is no future. And should be able to teach you some level of millionaire skills. Tell me millionaire skills. All millionaire skills are all learnable skills. So they don't tell me I don't know. No, you know it. Number one is called problem solving skills. What else is called? If you're not part of the problem, it means solutions, you are part of the problem. So you're not part of the creating value, providing impact to solve and answer questions. And number two is called leadership skill. Everything rises and falls on leadership. The leadership of your life, the leadership of my life, the leadership of Akwa Ibom State, the leadership of Nigeria rise and falls on the president, the state rise and falls on the governor, my family rise and falls on me, my body rise and falls on me, my emotional life rise and falls on me, of course, my spiritual life rise and falls on me. But yeah, turn bomb. I don't know why you understand what it face me. Thank you so much. A lot of energy this morning. Number three is called people management skill. What does it called? Number four is emotional intelligence skills, self-awareness skills. Thank you so much. I think it's doing the work now. So these are the skills you actually need to build people. A skill you need to build a team. The job of entrepreneur is to build people, is to build a team. The team will build the business. Christ came to build 12 disciples, and forget about the rest. Every entrepreneur, Dangote, Edenelumelu, did not come to work in the bank. He came to build a team that will manage the resources for him. So you are supposed to talk about vision, connection, create relationships, shake hands, work with people. So people management is very important, because teamwork makes the dream work, and you need a team to build an organization. It's a team that you need, of course, to build a community. It's a skill that you need to build, of course, a business family. So team, if you're not a team player, it's very difficult to succeed as an entrepreneur, because the job of entrepreneur is to actually build a team, and the team will build a business. So you can see there are two most important relationships from what I just drew on the board. Number one is the people you need, and number two, people that need you. So we need to only two important relationships: people you need and people that need you. Why do you need these people? So that people that are thinking a higher frequency of thought, creativity, we simply call them OQP, only quality people. What did I say it's called? Only quality people. So this relationship is called a significant relationship, or you call it a transformational relationship. So it's a relationship of transformation, whereby you connect people of higher frequency of thought, a transformational relationship, and your life is transformed, and then you help other people transform their life to become the ultimate version of themselves, the powerful version of themselves. It's one of the best ways to earn a fortune. Tell me a fortune. Residual income. It says the best way. So what is residual income? It's the income you earn just because you built something once, and from that moment you keep making money from that thing for the rest of your life. Just like telling you, planting, of course, mango tree or palm tree, you keep, as you plant it, take care of it, as you keep growing, you keep bearing fruit season upon season. So you can see that is what we are talking about. Not for you to come and be working every day, called work chop. This is called work chop. Work job is that you work, you get paid. You know, work, no pay. That's a kind of a lazy man way of building success, because you always be making effort every time. You always be putting effort every time. But right now, if you actually focus on impacting people, your life become impacted. So you can see there are two major relationships we need in life. Number one, of course, number one of the factors, two major factors that happens to all of us in life. Number one, the factors happening outside of you. And number two, the factors happening inside of you. The factors happening outside of you is called contributing factors. What does it called? Contributing factors. Those factors are the factors you cannot control. The sun, the moon, the naira, the radar, the pounds, your pastor, your bishop, your governor, your president, your councillor, your commissioner. Factors you cannot control. Things you cannot control is called contributing factors. Those factors cannot stop you from succeeding. They can facilitate, they can slow you down. What really stops men or what makes men succeed is embedded in us. It's called determining factors. What else is called? Determining factors. So anybody that tells you I'm not succeeding because of the external factor, he doesn't know what he's talking. What really makes men not to succeed, he dey inside of. Wetin make men succeed, he dey inside here. So there are two factors embedded in us. One is positive, one is negative. One is a winner, one is a loser. So I always encourage us every day, please focus on the winning factor, focus on the positive factor. Help me tell your neighbor, focus. Why I say you should repeat is because when you say to yourself, because the subconscious mind simply pick those things that you say to yourself. So focus on the determining factors, focus on the positive factors, the winning factor, which is your faith, your courage, your belief system, your vitality, your creativity, your fidelity, your giftings, your talent. These are the factors you need to focus on. The factors you need to ignore. Help me tell your neighbor, ignore. Ignore them. Not that you are not aware that they are there, but just choose to ignore. Don't pay attention. Ignore the negative factors. Ignore the loser, which is the fear, the doubt, anger, resentment, bitterness, hatred. These are the factors you need to ignore. So you are the most important factor. Help me tell your neighbor, I am the most important factor. So since you are the most important factor, we have been talking about it, because once you grow, everything will grow. Once you improve, everything will improve. So today, we have a different topic, which simply says 5 levels of leadership. So we have to look at these different levels, and you have to, at the end of this class, you should be able to tell us the levels which you are. So today is part 1. Today is the last day of February. So tomorrow we'll be saying Happy New Month. Part 1. Today is 28th of 2, 2025. So 5 levels of leadership. So I'll mention them. So many individuals struggles because they refuse to answer the call to leadership. So that's what happened. The subtopic says many individuals, maybe you say, many individuals, of course, struggles. Many individuals struggles. Okay? Because they refuse to answer. Because they refuse to answer the call to leadership. They refuse to answer the call to leadership. Everybody is actually born to lead at any part of life. That's why they refuse to answer, and very soon they are actually married. They try to see themselves leading as a mother and a father, and no prior information, no prior background, no prior training of how to lead, because everything in my life, financial, emotional, spiritual, anything that rises or falls is simply leadership. So you fix leadership, forget about the rest. And there's so many definitions about leadership. So many people talk about leadership, wrote book about leadership. Even I've talked a lot about leadership in our class here. But today we have to look at another perspective of leadership. And I will go through the 5 levels, and then you have to see where you belong and where you need to move to, how you can make your life a better one. Because I want money to work for you. I want anything that you touch to turn to gold. I want anywhere you go, you find favor in the sight of God, in the sight of men. So becoming success is intentional, because life doesn't permit vacuum. So once you don't make up your mind to succeed, you're actually making up your mind not to succeed. Indecision is a decision. So in this particular course, we have about 5 outlines. So we have about 5 outlines here. We have to go through. Number 1 is called context for the concept. So context for the concept. So number 2 here is called 2 sides of the coin. 2 sides of a coin. 2 sides of a coin. So we have to look at the 2 sides of a coin of leadership. Okay. Number 3, a call to lead. So everybody's called to lead. So the earlier you realize this, okay, the better for everyone. Leadership defined. You have to go through it. Leadership defined. So we have to go through it this morning. And the last one, but not the least, is called 5 levels of leadership. So we have to go there. 5 levels of leadership is the last thing I will mention after I must have done with the laying of the foundation. So you make my class easy and better for me. So I need you to write this down so that we have to take them one by one. And if you're excited about this class, okay, it's because every entrepreneur is calling to improve the value of the things. Entrepreneurs improve the value of the thing. We don't leave things the way we meet it. We improve it and make it better, make a premium, package it, put a premium price on it, because anything that must be a premium must be branded. So we put brand on it, because without a brand, it's a commodity. So you cannot just come and become a commodity. cannot just come to this world and be accompanying men to succeed. No, you are here to succeed. You are here to make impact. You are here to become the best version, living your family a better way, living your generation a better way. So we have to look at these things. So you are with me. You are ready for today's class. I would like to continue from there. Let me start from the first one here. Context for the concept. So write on your note. Leadership is the difference between an opportunity and outcome. Leadership is the difference between an opportunity and outcome. So what makes opportunity the opportunity and outcome? So what makes every opportunity a desired outcome? What makes the opportunity a finished product is because of leadership. Leadership is the difference between an opportunity and an outcome. So every opportunities you have will never be an outcome if and only if you don't take that responsibilities. So the outcome you truly desire, your vision, is simply taking the steps to turn the opportunities to an outcome, and that what will make that possible is because of leadership. So I say everybody should write on another. Leadership is the difference between an opportunity and outcome. Full stop. If you are with me, shall I? Write down your note. God gives us opportunities, but leaders create outcome. Write it very well on your note. God gives us opportunities. Crude oil, gold, diamond, everything. God gives us opportunities. But leaders create outcome. Underline the word God. Underline the word opportunity. So what God does that God always gives every man. God gives us what? Opportunities. So what happens is that leaders create the outcome. So that what happens is the leaders create the outcomes. So the desired outcomes you want in your family, in your business, is your responsibility. So responsibility has been laid on you to create, to plan. Then God will order your steps because it is man's responsibility to plan. Strategic planning is your responsibility. God will order your step because he that failed to plan to fail. So what God gives everybody is opportunity. Everybody you meet in your phone is an opportunity, but you are the one that will actually create the outcome. It's your responsibility to do that. So we can see this in every scripture. Every man that God used in the Bible, they all take the lead. From David to Moses to Abraham to Noah, all of them take the lead. So one of the common denominator of leadership is taking that responsibility. So you must create that outcomes you want. So stop telling me God will come, and God can never do for you what he expects you to do for yourself. He will never brush your mouth. He will never wipe your bum. He will never beg you. So you are the one that will take that responsibility. So I would like you to write this on your note. Very important, because I would like you to know that the desired outcome you want, it is your responsibility, and why you have the authority already to do that. Write it on your note. For us to achieve our desired outcome, we have to become skillful. For us to achieve our desired outcome, for anyone to achieve his desired outcome in this business, in your family, anything you want to do, for us to achieve our desired outcome, we have to become skillful, competent, intentional, and deliberate to take the lead. For us to achieve our desired outcome in business, in marriage, in investment, anything, for us to actually achieve our desired outcome, we have to become skillful, competent, intentional, and deliberate to take the lead. So leading is something that you are deliberate about. I tell you, you cannot drift to the top of the mountain, but you can drift down. But top is intentional. They are telling you that life doesn't permit vacuum. That means the absence of light, darkness setting. So you don't decide to lead. You have decided not to lead. That is, indecision is a decision. So leadership is you making up your mind, taking the lead. For you to achieve that or desired outcome, you have to become skillful, competent, intentional, and deliberate to take the lead. Someone that want to perform surgery as a medical doctor must be intentional. So write the WAEC, write the JAM, study, get admission, study medicine and surgery, and learn the anatomy, learn everything, learn out. If not, if I take all of you to theater now, you don't have any experience about medicine and surgery, I ask you to conduct surgery, you will not be able to do that because you don't have the skills, you don't have the competence, you have the discipline, you don't know. So what you don't know overwhelms you. Can you imagine that? Whatever you know, you can modify. So what make people not achieve their desired outcome, buy the dream car, help people, is because they have not. What sabotages make a lot of people struggle is because they refuse to answer the call to lead, call to leadership. And leadership is everything. It's everything, because everything in my life rise and falls on my leadership, including leading my money, my emotions, my family, everything. So don't blame somebody for a decision you took. You took a decision to actually become great in life, but you're not committed to the process. How will you blame somebody? If I let me do something very important today, write on your note. If you don't write anything today, write this one. This one will actually make a lot of sense to you. Leadership is the objective. Leadership is the objectives. Leadership is the objective in mentorship. Bracket open discipleship. Full stop. Leadership is the objective. Leadership is the objective in mentorship. Bracket open discipleship. Bracket closes. So the objective of every business, every mentorship, every training is leadership. Leadership is the objective in mentorship. Bracket open discipleship. The only reason somebody is mentoring you, somebody is teaching you, is coaching you, is of course discipling you, is for you to take that responsibility to lead. That means the objective of every training is to lead. That is why I don't talk to employees. I talk to CEOs, MD, talk to president, governor. I talk to men that matters, because these are the people I want to talk to. Because that means you are also a CEO, you are a billionaire. This is why I talk to. I don't talk to anybody that is not thinking about leadership, because he cannot work. If they don't even like me, that's the thing. Because they don't like me. So it's not about that you are following, because a follower is a leadership that is still following, is a leader that is still following. So you are following to lead, you are learning, you are observing. Like I told you, human beings are social creatures. We learn more by observation. So leadership is the objective in mentorship. Tell your neighbor, leadership is the objective in mentorship. Bracket open discipleship. So the moment you use yourself to be disciple, to be mentored, is because you want to learn. Let me even prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Because me, I don't like talking things. Because I would have simply go to most of the secular books, but most of it will start fighting me. So one of the ways I normally teach, I train, is that I go to where me and you can have a common ground. Because the purpose of talking is for make a subject matter, understand